Sorry guys, the microphone's playing up again. Give me a second. I don't know why. Worked on the last video. Let's see. How are we? I believe we're working. Yes, there we go. Are we going to get the other camera back? Give me a second. Lost the camera. No, it's not one thing, it's another. Alright. There we go, we got both cameras and we have sound. I do apologise. Yeah, sorry about that guys. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, Brenton Percy with that nice BD. Coming in to save the day to fill us up too. So congratulations mate. It's Mima Torfa enforces for the Roosters. Does that mean I've had no sound for the whole break guys? I do apologise. I'm gonna have to go buy a new hub. Been putting it off. Keeps working. Julia Robinson, White Young Guns for the Broncos. I don't know. I don't think so. So we're down to the 5th last packet. Already had some nice hits. Tony Staggs, Dally M for Broncos. I was saying this, if you didn't hear me earlier, we'll be listing a new Facebook only break later on tonight, this afternoon. Martin Tapau, parallel for Manly. It'll be featuring a 21 Elite box, a 21 Elite Priority Box, and we're going to throw in a 21 Traders box as a bonus as well, and that's going to be $50 a spot, Facebook only. So keep an eye out and grab your spot once it's listed. Darius Boyd for the Maroons. Don't forget, we'll randomise any Boyd cards that do come out. At the moment, we've only got one. Ben Hunt, parallel for Dragons. Enforcers, Thomas Flegler for the Broncos. Alright. Chance Nicole Klokstad, Maori All-Stars. Stephanie Hancock, Enforcers for the Dragons. And Josh Morris, parallel for the Roosters. Alright. So we'll do our 21 Traders hobby box. Billy Walters, season 2 member for the Tigers. Eliza Katoa, parallel for the Warriors. So who's got Panthers? Who's chasing the Panthers predictor in these two boxes? Cooper Johns, Rising Stars for Storm. Boyd Cordner, parallel for the Roosters. Tavita Totola, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Wildcard, Aaron Woods for the Sharks. Jordan Piera, parallel for Dragons. Hayes Perham, Rising Stars for the Warriors. Braden Hamlin-Uele, parallel for the Sharks. Black Streeter, Ronaldo Mulitalo for the Sharks. Sharks are having a good run in this box. Alexander Brimson, parallel for the Titans. Hamaso, Tabu Fido, Club Hero for the Cowboys. Payne Huss, parallel for Broncos. Charlie Staines, Rising Stars for Panthers. Canberra Raiders, parallel checklist. Bulldogs, Eels, still no cards. Season to remember, Cameron McInnes for the Dragons. Cody Nikorima, parallel for Warriors. Suicide Takahawi, parallel for the Roosters. G'day CJ. I'm not sure if that's our CJ or if that's an abbreviation to something I'm unaware of. But CJJC. What type of boxes? We've already opened a 21 Elite. We're currently opening a 21 Hobby. And we have Traders Hobby, and we have a 21 Traders Priority Box to finish us off. Herbie Farnworth, Rising Stars for the Broncos. Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. So we're about halfway through our second box. Almost halfway, getting there. Rising Season to remember, Peter Hiku for the Warriors. Cowboys parallel checklist. Phoenix Crossland, Rising Stars for the Knights. Moses Sulai, parallel for Manly. Primal Hunt, parallel for Knights. Wildcard, Adam Reynolds for the Rabbitohs. Matt Duffy, parallel for the Dragons. We've got quite a few players moving around this season, changing teams in the off season. Elliot Whitehead, Star Tunes for Raiders. Jesse Ramian, parallel for Sharks. Mr. Pappenhausen, wild card for Storm. Dale Finucane, parallel for Storm. Rising Stars, Cade Ellis for the Dragons. Dallin Martin Zalesniak, parallel for the Bulldogs. There we go. First Bulldogs card. Rising Stars, Freddie Lussick for the Roosters. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. Another first. There we go. All teams have one card at least. Ooh. Unlucky. We have a Sharks predictor, number 35. And Valami Kikau, parallel for Panthers. Star Tunes, Ashley Taylor for the Titans. Angus Crichton, parallel for Roosters. Sammy Valemi, Rising Stars for the Raiders. Campbell Graham, parallel for Rabbitohs. Paul Vaughan, parallel for the Dragons. Season to Remember, and Josh Papali for the Raiders. William Kennedy, parallel for the Sharks. That's quite loud. Playing Jared Rees. Brendan Wakeham, Rising Stars for the Bulldogs. Titans checklist, parallel. Always packing orders, never stops. Reece Robson, parallel for the Cowboys. Nathan Cleary, wild card for Panthers. Brad Parker, parallel for Manly. Alright, what do we got? I think this is our lucky 10th last packet. Not so lucky. Cade Cust, Rising Stars for Manly. David Clemmer, parallel for Knights. Season to Remember, and Josh Morris for the Roosters. Adam Dewey, parallel for Tigers. White Streeter, Cody Nikorima for the Warriors. Felice Kafusi, parallel for Storm. Alright. Down to 6. Season to Remember, Tavita Pengai Jr. for the Broncos. None yet, Brendan. We're doing the hobby box first. We hit a BD in the Elite. Micah Sivo, parallel for Eels. We've got 5 more packets in our hobby box, and then we'll be doing the priority box. Can he hit the priority hero 3 breaks in a row? Connor Tracy, Rising Stars for the Sharks. Jerome Luai, parallel for Panthers. Who are you hoping for, Brendan? Now you've got 2 Frizzels. Thomas McHale, parallel for Tigers. You managed to get yourself a Teddy in the last one. What was the BD? It was number 3, Jerome Hughes. Wild card for the Sharks. Nick Meaney for the Bulldogs. Just letting you know, Brendan, because you weren't here at the beginning, we are listing another Facebook only break. It will be a 21 Elite Hobby, a 21 Priority Elite, and we're going to chuck in a 21 Traders Hobby, and that's going to be $50. So, Tommy Talau, Rising Stars for the Tigers. Keep an eye out in the Facebook group for that one. Broncos parallel checklist. Brian Paps, White Streeter for Storm. Jared Croker, parallel for the Raiders. Alright, so that finishes off our first Traders, the hobby box. We'll tidy up these cards. There you go, a fun useless fact. Basically for every 3 boxes we open, we get 2 boxes of base cards. Sometimes there's a little left over. Doesn't quite fit in the 2, but normally pretty spot on. Nathan Cleary, wild card for the Panthers. Brad Parker, parallel for Manly. Connor Tracy, Rising Stars for the Sharks. Jerome Luai, parallel for Panthers. Ryan Paps, wildcard for the Storm. Dale Finucane, parallel for the Storm. That was the exact same 2 hits in one of the packets in the last box. Cade Ellis, Rising Stars for the Dragons. Dallin Zalesniak, parallel for the Bulldogs. Thomas McHale, parallel for Tigers. Lionel Hunt, parallel for Knights. Club hero, Tohu Harris for the Warriors, number 20. Couldn't get 3 in a row, Brendan. I was actually half expecting it to be in your pile. But anyway, moving on. Payne Haas, parallel for Broncos. And straight up, Broncos team wildcard priority, number 35. Alright, Mick Meaney, parallel for the Bulldogs. Rising Stars, Phoenix Crossland for the Knights. Moses Sulite, parallel for Manly. Season to Remember, Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Eliza Katoa, parallel for the Warriors. Charlie Staines, Rising Stars for the Panthers. Raiders parallel checklist. Kenneth Bromwich, Star Tunes for the Storm. Jesse Ramian, parallel for Sharks. Tommy Talau, Rising Stars for the Tigers. Broncos parallel checklist. Reece Robson, parallel for Cowboys. Don't forget, we're still looking for Legend Sigs. We're still looking for Panthers predictors. You never know. Season to Remember for Smith. Cowboys parallel checklist. We got a Panthers predictor, Sharks predictor in the first box. Better not get that mixed up. People get upset. Season to Remember, young Tony Maipe for the Titans. Cody Nikorima, parallel for Warriors. White Streeter, Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm. Jared Croker, parallel for Raiders. Black Streeter, Ronaldo Mulitalo for the Sharks. Alexander Brimson, parallel for Titans. Suicide Takahawi, parallel for the Roosters. Season to Remember, Gavin Cooper for the Cowboys. Micah Sivo, parallel for Eels. Well, Rising Stars, Hayes Perham for the Warriors. Braden Hamlin Newley, parallel for the Sharks. Herbie Farnworth, Rising Stars for Broncos. Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. Cooper Johns, Rising Stars for Storm. Boyd Cordner, parallel for the Roosters. Wildcard, Aaron Woods for the Sharks. Jordan Pierre, parallel for the Dragons. Cade Cust, Rising Stars for Manly. David Clemmer, parallel for Knights. Star Tunes Group A. So we'll have to randomise that. Here we got Broncos, Raiders, Bulldogs, Sharks, Titans, Manly, Storm, and Knights. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. So we'll randomise that between the 8 teams. Wildcard, Adam Reynolds for the Rabbitohs. Matt Duffy for the Dragons. Tavita Tatala, parallel for the Rabbits. Rising Stars, Sammy Valemi for the Raiders. Campbell Graham, parallel for the Rabbits. Let's get rid of some of these before I knock them over. Alright. Season to remember, Martin Tapau for Manly. Adam Dewey, parallel for Tigers. Paul Vaughan, parallel for Dragons. Alright, 5 packets to go. Once again, thank you to everyone that helped us fill it up today. Cody Nikarima, White Street Art for the Warriors. Felice Kafusi, parallel for the Storm. Make sure you check out the website. There's quite a few breaks listed. We are happy to break daily. For these small ones, we can do a couple a day. And we have hit another predictor. It is a top 8 team. And we have Titans. Number 157. So, oh, no way. Sorry guys, but yeah. 157 for the Titans. No, Valami Kickout, parallel for Panthers. Season to remember, Micah Sivo for the Eels. William Kennedy, parallel for the Sharks. So we were lucky enough to get 2 predictors. Unfortunately, probably not the ones anyone was hoping for. Freddie Lussick, Rising Stars for the Roosters. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. And one more packet. Brandon Wakeham, Rising Stars for the Bulldogs. And last but not least, Titans parallel checklist. Alright, well, we do have a couple of quick randomisations I need to do for the Darius Boyd card and the Star Tunes Group A. So if you are leaving us, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of the break for those ones. And we hope to see you again soon. We will switch over. Don't forget, I'll take a photo of the hits. Facebook's being funny with me posting photos in the comments. I can only post so many at a time, so please bear with me on that one. That should be right. We had no trades. Alright. So Darius Boyd coming out first, we'll do that. 2008 to 2009 for Maroons. Number 1. Number 2. And lucky last, number 3. And that's Brenton Percy with the Titans. Brenton Percy ended up with predictor and the BD. Not too bad. It is only the Titans, I understand. It's still a predictor. And last but not least, we have our top of the table, or top of the list. Knights, Storm, Manly, Titans, Sharks, Bulldogs, Raiders and Broncos. These will go into the list randomiser 3 times for the Star Tunes for Group A. Number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3. Bulldogs, race step day. Oh well, that at least put another card in the Bulldogs slot. Once again guys, thank you for joining us, and hope to see you again soon.